Beams are gonna blind me, but I won't feel blue, like I always do. My story relates to an elderly lady, probably late 80s, and her presenting complaint was that she was hearing music all through the night and it was driving her mad. I was sick and tired of everything when I called you last night from Glasgow. She heard the same song all the time, and her son had checked this out, and there was no music in the night. Nobody was playing any music. She'd really turned up in A&E in desperation as a last resort. Super-pa, trooper-pa. The first thing I thought was that she might be possibly having some evidence of dementia, but actually she was as sharp as a pin. And I also thought about delirium, but she didn't have any of the classic hallmarks of delirium. There are moments when I think I'm going crazy. And so I thought about the third D of elderly mental health, really depression, and she certainly hadn't seemed depressed in any way, but she clearly had a big change in her life. Up until recently, she'd been a full-time farmer's wife, but her husband had sadly died a few years back, and the son had taken over the farm and was very busy dawn to dusk. How can anyone be so lonely? And what had actually happened was that in order to relieve his mother of the burden of some of these chores, his mother had done less and less, which meant that actually she was more and more bored. And the more I went into this, the more obvious it was actually that she was suffering from depression, which had precipitated these auditory hallucinations. Like the sun, super-pa, trooper-pa. It was a dawning realisation that actually all we needed to do was change how she ran her day, so that she had more interruptions and she was allowed to participate more. Trooper-pa. Feeling like a number one. For me, that was a great case because it demonstrated that actually, when you're stumped, the best thing to do is to carry on talking to the patient. They always have the answers. It's just a question of getting those answers from them. Tonight, the Super Trooper beams are going to blind me. The song was Super Trooper by Abba. Super-pa, trooper-pa, because somewhere in the crowd, there's you.
I was doing a ward round with my consultant for a lady who had just been through major surgery. She had had her lung removed for lung cancer.